now about the star of Django Unchained, Django himself, Jamie Foxx. You're a singer, an actor, you're a comedian. If you had to pick one, money wasn't an object.
Money's never an object.
Money not the issue. You could pick only one you could do the rest of your life. What would it be?
Oh, it would be music. When I go other parts of the world, when I'm in France or when I'm in Africa or whatever like that, and my music is playing, and you look out and you see people that are singing your music, it's amazing. And for some reason, like, when women hear music, all of a sudden, I look a little better. Like when I sing, you know, when I'm doing jokes, oh, Jamie, and I get to sing a little something, you know. They're like, oh, wait a minute. But at the same time, women do like funny dudes. Like funny dudes. I had a lot of girls fall. And then they couldn't believe it was a bit like, how did you get me here? I was like, knock, knock. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Django Unchained. You play a slave who becomes a bounty hunter, who hunts down and kills white men, and this is funny.
Huh?
And this is funny.
No. This is what it actually is. Slave who becomes a bounty hunter, but he goes to avenge the people that took his wife. My thing is that first of all, it's Quentin Tarantino, it's Samuel Jackson, it's Leonardo DiCaprio, it's Kerry Washington, and Christoph Waltz. These are titans. Doing this movie with them was so necessary. I said, man, I got to be down with that. I don't want to be, I was so happy that I got the prize. I don't want to be the person going to see this film and not have the opportunity to be Django.
What's your name?
I'm on a rise right out of the ground.
Django. Then you're exactly the one I'm looking for.
Slavery films, regardless if it's Quentin Tarantino or Spike Lee, we never get a chance to talk about what it really was. And when we do talk about what it really was, it jerks something out of you. With that being said, when we screen the movie, I am concerned about what black folks gonna think.
What were you thinking they were gonna react?
Because that's my responsibility. I have to be that voice to say, you know, how are black people going to respond to it? And that's my thing. It's like, if this movie does whatever it does and black people hate it, then I'm like, you know, that doesn't do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like my whole base, the reason I exist is a black audience. And here's the beautiful thing about the movie. We were doing the scene where Kerry Washington has to take lashes. While we're sitting on the set, we would play music in between. You know, different types of music. So I asked for a certain music before that happened. I asked for Fred Hammond. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. While we were on Plantation Row in New Orleans, the real plantation, there was a lady who was an extra, never been on a set before. And while the music was playing with the big speakers, her hands went up. And she grabbed the little child she was with and started fellowshipping with the child. At that point, everybody started to cry because this was the part of the script where we knew no matter who you were, this was going to rip your soul out. When it happened, I watched Quentin Tarantino as he was shooting because he shot it himself. Water filled up in his eyepiece. And he said, I had no idea. I said, yeah. I said, it's different now that we're here. And it was an opportunity to understand how brutal it was back at that time, which now allows Django to now have a reason to go through this movie and do what he does.
You know, white folks and they pay you for it, it's not the life. I like the way you die, boy.
He is a rambunctious sword, ain't he?
We're back now with the star of the movie, yes, with the star director of Django Unchained. Quentin Tarantino, good to see you.
Good to be here.
Fella, thank you so much. Tell me, who else? Who are your other options? I know he's sitting here now. I don't want to offend him or anything. But who else did you think about in the role of Django? What were some of your other options for the lead?
I looked at a few different actors that came around. You know, I talked to Will Smith, I talked to Terrence Howard, I talked to Chris Tucker, Idris Elba, got together with all of them. But basically the reality was, once I got together with Jamie, as cool as all those dudes were, once I got together with Jamie, I knew I found my Django.
And I had heard about the script from Tyler Perry, actually. And I hit Tyler and I said, listen, I read something, I got something from this script that was completely mind-blowing. The word nigga wasn't bothering me as I read it because, you know, I come from the South. There's a little bit of racism in the South sometimes.
Wow.
We from the same South? But I say that because because I don't want to offend the South because I love where I'm from. But there are times, and I shared with him some personal stories about what I went through and the N-word being said to me as a kid. But what I read in the script was this wonderful nugget love story about this dude who's a black man in the South during slavery who wants to just be married to his woman.
He's talking about the beautiful story that it is, but so many of the conversations that are now taking place, he and I were even talking about it before we got started, about everybody's talking about the N-word. And yes, it was a part of that time, but...
Well, you just answered the question.
It absolutely was.
That's the answer to the question.
But some tell you you could have still gotten your point across. It seems gratuitous. It seems gratuitous.
Well, some could say I could have gotten my point across. I wouldn't agree with those some. I'm not gonna lie to make things. You don't deal with a subject as ugly and as painful as this to lie about it. I was gonna do my thing. I was gonna tell the story. If you can't take it, don't watch it. It's just a movie.
Do you think this question would ever come up if I was sitting here with a black director of that same movie?
No, I know it wouldn't have.
Do you want to get reactions from people that lead to grander conversation?
I do want to shake up this conversation. I want to here's the deal. I want the conversation to start.
Start the conversation for me. What is that thing you would like for us to be talking about that maybe this movie can be the jump start for?
Well, it's, actually dealing with America during slavery time. We all know about it from the history books. We all intellectually know it. But, do we need to rip out our heart about it? And I say yes. I say it's a story that needs to be told and it needs to be reminded. But then also, there's actually parallels going on today. Look at all the black males that are in prison for the last 40 years because of the drug laws. That's just slavery.
Well, there's no doubt people are going to be talking about a lot of things in this movie.
Thanks.
Tarantino.
Thank you
Absolute pleasure. I need to let you know that the Los Angeles premiere of Django Unchained was actually canceled due to the tragedy in Newtown, Connecticut. The film's still going to open nationwide in theaters on Christmas Day. As far as Jamie Foxx, yes, he's the lead in that movie, but did you also know he's one of the producers of Apollo Live that you can see on BET Thursdays, 8 o'clock.